will never have creasy concealer ever again, I promise you. Let's go over the basics. Welcome to Masterclass Monday. This is my series where I break down anything you guys may have any questions on, from basics to full-blown makeup looks. Today's subject is concealer. It took me a long time to get to a point where my concealer was just not an issue for me at all. So in general, the biggest thing that I learned recently in makeup is pretty much just taking every product from a brush instead of going directly onto your face. When you take things on a brush, you just overall can have so much more control of how much product you're using, where exactly you need it, because everyone's face is a bit different. I personally have a lot of dryness here and here. If I overload too much product there, I'm gonna look bad. Not to say that is the only way that you're gonna look good with makeup. Truly, makeup, there are no rules. There's so many times I go directly on my face, but I just know how much to use. I'm gonna do one side going on my face, one with the brush. I'm gonna apply it a bit lower under my eye. I don't want it directly under because there is a lot more creasing over there. I like to lift my eye by placing it here, side of my nose, chin, jawline. The brush you use also makes such a difference. This is one of the best my aunt put me on. It's the A506 brush. So when I start blending, if it's directly on my face, I start blending away from this lower area, and I'm just gonna go everywhere but there first and start to really thin out the product on my face until I feel like I could start bringing it up here. It's not directly under my eye here. It's just close enough where I'm getting this little pocket, but I'm leaving some room there as if I was gonna place powder there. I keep my brush really light as I drag it because I'm trying to just carve out my cheekbone here, and then I'm gonna pat going down. Everything with the brush is just a lot of patting motions. I'm never really dragging the product unless it's super light like that. And you just pat, pat. And look, it's amazing. It doesn't feel heavy whatsoever, and because it's so thin, it's not gonna crease as though you went in with like Tarte concealer in a triangle like we did in 2016. This eye, I am gonna do the back of the hand method, probably what really changed the game for me. I'm gonna coat my brush with it. And now this brush has a lot of product, so I'm gonna start placing it lower again on my face until I feel like the product is thin enough that I can take it to my eye, just like we did over there, except now the brush is what has all the product in it. So it's a really thin layer and you have control over where you want to place it. No matter where you press on your face, it is applying concealer. Even after applying all over my face, you could see I'm gonna take it over my eyelid and it's still applying. So just because you don't see the actual product all liquidy on your face, it doesn't mean it's not applying it. It's just in a very thin layer. And that's it. We have our concealer on. I can even tell now this is the side I prefer. This one has even just a little bit too much concealer for my taste. Once you powder it down in a very thin layer also, which I can go over in the next video, you will be set. Give this a try. Let me know what you think.